Dealing with disrespect is an inevitable part of life that can stir up distress and annoyance. Yet, imagine if we could draw upon Stoicism, the time-honored philosophy that equips us to face adversity with sagacity and poise. In this video, we will explore 10 practical Stoic principles that can help us cope with disrespect. We invite you to join our community of seekers by subscribing for a continuous stream of Stoic wisdom. Let's begin. Lesson 1. Embracing equanimity. In the face of disrespect is a profound exercise in self-mastery. It's about cultivating a state of psychological stability and composure which is undisturbed by experience of or exposure to emotions, pain, or other phenomena that may cause others to lose the balance of their mind. The concept is not about suppressing emotions or disregarding the impact of events. Rather, it's about acknowledging our reactions to them and choosing a response that aligns with our values and well-being. The Stoic philosophy, as articulated by Marcus Aurelius, teaches us that our power lies not in the external events themselves, but in our reactions to them. Disrespect, whether it comes in the form of words or actions, can trigger an immediate emotional response. However, by choosing tranquility, we assert control over our minds and refuse to let external forces dictate our internal state. Equanimity doesn't mean passivity or indifference. It's an active practice of recognizing the impermanence of our emotions and the transient nature of disrespect. By maintaining a calm and even-tempered disposition, we preserve our mental resources and remain focused on what truly matters. This inner peace then becomes a source of strength, allowing us to respond to disrespect not with anger or resentment, but with dignity and grace. In essence, to embrace equanimity is to embrace freedom, the freedom to live according to our own principles, unaffected by the turbulence of external judgments or opinions. It's a choice that empowers us to remain steadfast in our pursuit of virtue, no matter the challenges we face. As we cultivate this skill, we find that not only do we handle disrespect more effectively, but we also enhance our capacity for compassion, understanding, and genuine connection with others. Lesson 2. Reflect, don't react. Reflecting rather than reacting to disrespect is a powerful Stoic practice that encourages us to look inward and understand the motivations behind our responses. When we encounter disrespect, it's easy to let our immediate emotions take the lead. However, Stoicism teaches us to use these moments as opportunities for self-examination and growth. By pausing to reflect on the origin of the disrespect, we gain insight into not only the intentions of others, but also our own triggers and vulnerabilities. This introspective process allows us to respond with intentionality. Instead of being swept away by the initial wave of emotion, we can choose a response that aligns with our values and the person we aspire to be. It's about taking a step back and asking ourselves, what can this situation teach me? And how can I respond in a way that upholds my integrity? By adopting this reflective approach, we empower ourselves to act with deliberation and wisdom. We transform potential conflicts into learning experiences and maintain our composure in the face of adversity. This doesn't mean that we allow disrespect to go unaddressed, but rather that we address it in a manner that is thoughtful and considered, not impulsive or reactionary. To reflect and not react is to choose mastery over our actions. It's a commitment to personal growth and to living a life that is responsive rather than reactive. It's a journey towards becoming a more resilient, understanding, and virtuous individual, one who can navigate the complexities of human interactions with grace and strength. Lesson 3. Empathy over ego. Choosing empathy over ego when confronted with disrespect is a transformative Stoic principle. It involves looking beyond the surface of hurtful remarks or actions to comprehend the deeper issues that may be influencing the other person's behavior. Disrespect can often stem from the other's personal struggles, insecurities, or pain. By responding with empathy, we acknowledge their humanity and our shared imperfections. This approach requires us to set aside our ego, the part of us that reacts defensively and seeks to retaliate. Instead, we tap into our capacity for understanding and kindness. When we meet disrespect with empathy, we open a pathway to resolution and healing, rather than escalating the conflict. It's about recognizing that everyone is fighting their own battles, and sometimes those battles spill over in ways that impact others negatively. Empathy allows us to see the situation from the other person's perspective and respond in a way that is constructive rather than destructive. It doesn't mean excusing disrespectful behavior, but it does mean addressing it from a place of compassion. This can lead to more meaningful interactions and the possibility of turning a negative experience into an opportunity for growth and connection. Prioritizing empathy over ego is a choice that can transform our interactions and lead to a more harmonious existence. It's a commitment to being a force for good in the world, one interaction at a time. By practicing this Stoic lesson, we not only handle disrespect more effectively, but also contribute to a more empathetic and understanding society. Lesson 4. Virtue as a shield. Adorning oneself with virtue as a shield against disrespect is a Stoic practice that calls for the cultivation of inner qualities that are impervious to external negativity. Virtue, in the Stoic sense, encompasses wisdom, courage, justice, and moderation. Qualities that together form an unassailable defense against the slings and arrows of others' disdain. Wisdom is the light that guides us through the darkness of ignorance and misunderstanding. It allows us to discern the right path and make decisions that reflect our true values. Courage is the strength to stand firm in the face of adversity, to uphold our beliefs even when they are challenged. Justice is the commitment to fairness and the well-being of others, ensuring that our actions contribute to the greater good. Moderation is the balance that keeps our desires and emotions in check, preventing them from leading us astray. When we embody these virtues, we create a core within ourselves that is resilient to disrespect. It's not that the disrespect doesn't reach us, it's that it doesn't find fertile ground to take root. Our actions, guided by these virtues, speak louder than any words of disrespect. They reflect a character that is steadfast and true, a character that no amount of disdain can tarnish. Virtue as a shield is about building an inner fortress that external circumstances cannot breach. It's about living in such a way that our self-respect is self-sustained, independent of others' opinions or mistreatment. By focusing on developing our virtues, we ensure that our core remains untouched and our spirit undiminished, no matter what we face. Lesson 5. Acceptance of what is. Acceptance of what is, particularly in the face of disrespect, is a Stoic lesson in discerning the worthiness of our battles. It's a recognition that not all provocations merit our energy or response. This principle doesn't advocate for passivity or resignation, but rather for a strategic focus on what truly matters, our own virtue and integrity. The Stoics believe that the only real possession we have control over is our inner self, our responses, our virtues, and our intentions. External events, including the actions and words of others, are beyond our direct control. When we accept this, we free ourselves from the turmoil of trying to fight unwinnable battles. Instead, we conserve our energy for self-improvement and for actions that align with our principles. This acceptance is not about giving up. It's about giving our attention to what will make a positive difference. It's about understanding that our peace of mind comes not from changing the external world, but from fortifying our internal world. When we focus on cultivating virtues like wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline, we become less perturbed by external disrespect. Acceptance of what is a powerful tool for maintaining inner tranquility. It allows us to navigate life with a sense of purpose and direction, unswayed by the disrespect that may come our way. By embracing this Stoic lesson, we ensure that our actions are always a reflection of our best selves, and in doing so, we find true freedom and contentment. Lesson 6. Humor as armor. Humor serves as a suit of armor in the Stoic arsenal, a tool to deflect the arrows of disrespect with a smile. It's not about belittling the situation or oneself, but about maintaining a light-hearted perspective that keeps the spirit intact. When we encounter disrespect, our first instinct might be to respond with severity, but humor offers an alternative path, one that preserves our dignity and diffuses tension. The Stoics understood that life is replete with challenges, and how we choose to face them defines our experience. By employing humor, we acknowledge the absurdity of disrespect without allowing it to penetrate our sense of self. It's a way of looking at the situation sideways, finding the incongruity, and responding with a laugh rather than a frown. This approach doesn't trivialize our feelings, but rather places them in a context that is manageable and less daunting. Humor becomes a coping mechanism, a way to rise above the pettiness of disrespect and see it for what it often is, insignificant in the grand scheme of things. It allows us to remain joyful and resilient in the face of adversity. Humor as armor is about choosing joy over bitterness, laughter over anger. It's a strategic choice that not only protects our well-being, but also can transform the atmosphere around us, promoting a more positive interaction even in the midst of disrespect. By embracing this Stoic lesson, we navigate life's challenges with a smile, ensuring that our spirits remain unscathed. Lesson 7. Boundaries are respect. Setting clear boundaries is an essential aspect of self-respect and a fundamental Stoic practice. It's about knowing your worth and communicating it to others, not through coercion or aggression, but through the quiet confidence that comes from self-regard. Boundaries are the lines we draw that mark the limits of acceptable behavior from others. They are a declaration of our values and a testament to the respect we hold for ourselves. In the realm of Stoicism, boundaries are not just physical or emotional limits. They are moral guidelines that define how we allow others to treat us. They reflect our commitment to virtue and our understanding of what is and isn't conducive to our well-being. When we set boundaries, we do so from a place of strength and self-awareness, ensuring that our interactions with others are healthy and mutually respectful. Demanding respect through boundaries is not about imposing our will on others, but about upholding our dignity. It's a nonverbal communication that says, "I value myself enough to require fair and considerate treatment." This approach does not invite conflict, but rather fosters a sense of mutual understanding and respect. Boundaries are an expression of self-respect. They are a shield that protects our integrity and a signal to others of how we expect to be treated. By setting and maintaining clear boundaries, we honor ourselves and teach others to do the same, creating relationships based on respect and equality. Lesson 8. Forgiveness frees you. Forgiveness is a liberating act, a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy that allows us to break free from the chains of resentment. It is often said that holding on to anger is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to suffer. This vivid metaphor encapsulates the self-destructive nature of harboring ill will. When we choose to forgive, we are not condoning the disrespect or hurt caused by others. Rather, we are choosing to release the toxic burden of grudges that weigh heavily on our hearts and minds. The act of forgiveness is, in many ways, a gift to oneself, a deliberate decision to prioritize inner peace over prolonged conflict. It is an acknowledgement that the past cannot be changed, but our response to it can shape our future. By letting go of resentment, we open ourselves up to healing and growth. We reclaim the energy that was once consumed by negative emotions and redirect it towards positive pursuits and personal development. Stoicism teaches us that the path to tranquility involves accepting what we cannot change and focusing on our own virtue. Forgiveness is a testament to this teaching. It reflects a profound understanding that life is too precious to be mired in bitterness. It is a conscious choice to rise above pettiness and to live with a heart unburdened by hatred. Forgiveness is an act of strength and courage. It frees us from the shackles of the past and empowers us to move forward with grace and dignity. It is a vital step in the journey towards a more serene and contented life, one where peace of mind is treasured above all else. Lesson 9. Perspective is power. Perspective is a potent force in the Stoic toolkit, a means to transform our experience of life's slights and indignities. The Stoics teach us that we are not diminished by others' disrespect. Rather, it is our perception of these events that shapes their impact on us. By altering our perspective, we can see disrespect as nothing more than a passing cloud in the expansive sky of our existence, a temporary shadow that in no way alters the essence of who we are. This shift in viewpoint is liberating. It allows us to detach from the immediate sting of disrespect and recognize it as a small, fleeting moment in the grand narrative of our lives. It does not have the power to define us unless we grant it that power. Our true nature, our character, and our worth remain constant and unassailable, regardless of the transient opinions and actions of others. Embracing this broader perspective empowers us to respond to disrespect with equanimity. We understand that just as clouds drift away, so too will these moments of disrespect, leaving behind the clear blue of our inner calm. This realization instills in us a sense of serenity and resilience, ensuring that we remain focused on our journey toward virtue and wisdom. The power of perspective is the power of choice. The choice to define our own worth, to rise above pettiness, and to navigate life's challenges with grace. It is a testament to our ability to control our reactions and to live in accordance with our highest ideals. By adopting this Stoic lesson, we ensure that our self-esteem is self-derived and that our peace of mind is ours to keep. Lesson 10. Stoic Resilience. Cultivating Stoic resilience is akin to forging steel. With each challenge, it becomes stronger, more durable, and capable of withstanding great pressure. This resilience is not about hardening ourselves to the world, but rather about developing a core of inner strength that allows us to face adversity with grace and composure. It's about letting our character shine, not in spite of the challenges we face, but because of them. The Stoics believe that every obstacle presents an opportunity for growth. When we encounter disrespect, it's an opportunity to practice patience, understanding, and forgiveness. It's a chance to reaffirm our commitment to our principles and to demonstrate the unwavering nature of our character. Resilience is not just about bouncing back from difficulties. It's about growing through them, learning from them, and emerging stronger. This kind of resilience is a quiet power. It doesn't boast or brag. It simply endures, shines, and remains steadfast. It's the kind of strength that isn't dimmed by the shadow of disrespect or any other form of adversity. Instead, it uses these experiences as fuel, burning brighter with each challenge faced. In essence, Stoic resilience is about maintaining our integrity and our light, no matter the darkness that surrounds us. It's about being a beacon of virtue that not only stands firm in the face of disrespect, but also illuminates the path for others. By cultivating this resilience, we ensure that our character remains untarnished and that our example inspires those around us to strive for the same strength and brilliance. As we conclude our journey today, remember that these lessons are not just to be heard but lived. Apply them and watch as your life transforms, one Stoic choice at a time. Thank you for joining us at the Stoic Sage. Until next time, live wisely and live well. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe for more insights into Stoicism. And don't forget to hit the bell icon to stay updated on our latest content.